Now, this video is a bit different. It's just a good old-fashioned chinwag, an opportunity to have a conversation with you guys, to say thank you, and just to reflect on how the channel's gone over the last 8 to 9 months, and just to set the tone and the direction of the channel for the remainder of 2025. First off though, I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys. The growth and progression over the last 8-9 months of 2025 is incredible. At the start of 2025 we was on around 700-800 subscribers, but to now be sat right here on our way to 4,000 subscribers is crazy. I did not expect to see this amount of progression and traction on the channel, but it's incredible and I've got you guys to thank for that. Just to set a context and just to set your perspective on my overall goal for 2025, for me, I just wanted to get the channel to that elusive 1,000 subscriber count by around May, June time, but we smashed it. To be, you know, powering on to 4,000 subscribers is incredible, and pretty much every single video gets good views, good traction. So again, a big shout out to you guys, because every single video you show up in waves and you're so positive around game collecting, game hunting, giving me massive positivity. It's incredible. And when I first, you know, embarked on this journey of becoming a content creator, you really can take for granted how scary it can be to put yourself out there on the internet, and you do invite yourself to a lot of hate and criticism, and for the most part you guys are amazing and you're so positive and constructive when it comes to feedback. And most of the hate and criticism is very tongue-in-cheek on most of my videos, and apart from people making fun of my overuse of hand gestures, my black country twang, and just the way I speak, most of the comments is very tongue-in-cheek and almost banter. And I think the biggest compliment I've seen is someone referring to me as a Oblivion NPC, which that's my greatest achievement in life.
Stop! You violated the law.
I love hearing your positivity, your own collecting journeys, your own collecting adventures, and I love just hearing how I've become a big part of your own daily routines. And I got to give myself a bit of an ego boost here, but to read about how some of you guys put me on while you're on the way to work, while you're cooking, listening to me as a podcast, which I don't know how with my voice, but it's just crazy to look back and just see how much impact you can have just doing some little noddy YouTube videos. And it's so powerful, and it's crazy to think that I've become such a big part of other people's lives. And whenever I meet you guys out in the wild at car boot sales, CEXs, game stores, it's incredible to hear your guys' feedback and just to hear your own stories and your own passion around game collecting. So yeah, again, just want to say a big thank you guys. And this channel has had such a positive impact on my overall quality of life. And gonna get a bit personal, but as someone who grew up with little to no confidence in themselves and who didn't really think they'd master anything that good in life, and always putting themselves down even though other people would big me up, to hear that you guys think what I'm doing here at Collector's Quest is a good thing, it's a massive boost to your confidence. And that boost in confidence has had such a positive impact on everything, every facet of life. My friends, my family, my work colleagues have all noticed a big improvement in how I hold myself together and how I'm not afraid to be outspoken now. Before I was very quiet and very reserved, but now I just say what I'm thinking. And sometimes at work that has gotten me into a bit of hot water, but right now I don't care. I feel on top of the world, and I owe a lot of that to you guys and YouTube as a whole. I'm also way more disciplined and focused as a person, and just have way more motivation to see things through to the end. And previously I picked up a ton of other hobbies like playing the guitar, playing the ukulele, and for the most part, when the going got tough, I would throw in the towel and I wouldn't see anything through. And YouTube is the first thing outside of my work and my football where I haven't done that, and here we are a year later still trucking along, so that is incredible and a big improvement. On a personal note, without going too personal, doing YouTube it's really given me a sense of purpose and direction in life, and at times I have felt very lost and confused about where I want to go in life, and sometimes you just get sucked up into the grind and the hustle of life, and I felt very much like I'm on a set path where you're told that you have to get a job, pay the bills, get a house, get a mortgage, get married, and at times I felt like I was living my life on autopilot and not being the person that I wanted to be. And I know it sounds crazy to think that just doing YouTube videos twice a week about game collecting can give you that sense of purpose and almost identity, but it really has given me something to strive for and to really focus on, and doing this on a regular basis really does keep the demons and the dark thoughts away, and it just gives you almost a sense of belonging and a sense of reason, if that makes sense. And just touching again on the discipline, I've also noticed a massive improvement in my physical health. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I've just recently finished my 75 hard challenge, which was introduced by Andy Frisella, where for 75 days consecutively you have to follow a very strict diet, super clean, no cheat meals and no alcohol. Second rule, you have to do 2 45-minute separate workouts, one of them being outside regardless of the rain, the shine, the weather. You have to do it. Number 3, you have to drink 1 gallon of water or 3.8 litres, plain water, no flavouring, no sparkling water, just plain old H2O. Fourth rule, you have to read 10 pages of a self-improvement book, a self-development book, a book based on non-fiction where the goal is to improve yourself. And number 5, you have to take a progress picture every single day to track how you're getting along on 75 hard. And recently I'll put some pictures up, but I've just finished it about a week or 2 ago, and physically, mentally, I'm in the best shape of my life. I've lost over 10 kilos, which is about a stone and a half. Physically, I look great, if I do say so myself. And just mentally, having the discipline built up from doing YouTube and the consistency of showing up every single day, putting in the effort, the grind, even when you don't want to, it really has set me up for success with the 75 hard challenge. So again, a big shout out to you guys for keeping me accountable, and like I said, the best shape of my life. So again, I know I keep saying thank you, but honest to God, thank you, because without you guys, like, what is the point of having a YouTube channel? What is the point of it all, right? You guys are the life and soul of this YouTube channel. I'm just a host. I always refer to this channel as we. It's never me, it's always we, because without you, I'm just here in a room talking to a camera without anyone watching. So again, thank you for, making my dreams come true. I've always dreamt about being a YouTuber, if you can call me a YouTuber, and just being someone who can have a positive impact on society and to almost leave their mark on the world. And doing this has given me that opportunity. So again, a big thank you. So where do I see the channel going over the next 6-12 months and just the overall direction going forward? I do really enjoy doing the 2 videos a week, and I feel like the schedule is something that is fairly obtainable and I can do it on a fairly regular basis. I think for now we're doing good, but just to get into the nitty gritty of being a content creator, the overall goal for the next 3 or 4 months is to really try and improve the overall production pipeline and to make sure I'm ahead of the game and a week or two ahead of you guys, because right now there's only a couple of days between me filming, editing and putting out the videos. So just for a bit of context, I'm filming this on the Wednesday and this will be going live on the Friday. So for now we're doing okay, but if something drastic happens in my life or work takes over, I need to make sure we've got a good backlog of videos, and even just to give myself a bit more time to put more effort and just to improve the overall production values of the video. I think getting a week or two ahead will massively improve all of that. But in terms of content and the kind of videos that I want to put out on the channel going forward, I don't want to be pigeonholed into being the car boot hunting guy, the CX hunting guy. I want this channel to be a celebration of game collecting, of game hunting, and how you can do it in a sustainable way. And I don't ever want to get stuck in a rut of doing the same content again and again and again. And I think for my own sanity and to make sure I'm always looking to grow as a content creator, I think we need to broaden our horizons when it comes to the kind of videos that we're doing, and not just be so tunnel visioned on just car boot hunting videos. I love doing just general discussion videos. I love doing what we're doing right now, just chatting right to the camera. And I think my favorite video was the 10 years of brutally honest collecting advice. That video was just a passion video. I put so much thought, heart and soul into that video, and it was so easy to make. It just came from the heart, and I want to keep doing these kind of videos where we're just talking about game collecting, the mindset, the thought process that goes into collecting video games. Because I know some people just go, oh, you just go out, go to CEX, put down some money, buy a game, add it to yourself. But I think looking at it in a more deeper and more interesting way is something that I wish I had back in the day when I first got into game collecting. And I think it's important to talk about these kind of things. So going forward, we'll definitely continue doing those kind of videos. And I think doing those kind of videos as a creator is just way more freeing. I do love the car boot hunting videos, and I'm always going to be a car boot hunter, so don't worry, they're not going anywhere. I love the thrill of the hunt, but I don't know if other content creators who focus on the car boot hunting side of game collecting feel this way, but making the car boot hunting videos isn't that interesting as a content creator. They pretty much write themselves. Like, it's just up to chance and luck in terms of what I find, and I'm in very little control of what I can and can't do with those videos. You know, some weeks I've had to change the direction or how I want to structure and film a particular car boot hunting video based on what I have or haven't found at a car boot. And I think just being able to be in more control and have more power over the kind of stuff that we film and produce on the channel will just give me way more satisfaction and pride in what I'm producing over here on the channel. And I think if I'm going out my way to amass this collection and pick up some rare, expensive games, I think it makes sense to try and cover those in a video and try and talk more about why I love video games and my passion and hobbies around playing video games. I think it'll make for some interesting content on the channel, and for the most part, I probably got around 60 to 70% of what I want in my collection. There's always going to be grails, unicorns, white whales, whatever you want to call it. There's always going to be things that you want to add to your collection. And like I said, I'll always be a collector, and picking up games is going to be a big part of the channel. But I don't want it to just be, hey guys, today I spent £120 on this, rare PlayStation 2 game, without going into why it's rare, why it's expensive, and giving my overall thoughts and sometimes hot takes on any particular video game. So I think that'll give us a cool dynamic and dimension to the channel, and it is something that I have been putting quite a lot of thought into over the last few months, because we've probably got around 4-6 weeks left of the current car boot season. I think once you get into middle of September, the dark mornings come in, it gets cold, and overall I don't tend to find that much at the car boot sale. So I have got a couple of thoughts of how I want to continue doing the hunting side of the channel, and I've got a couple of ideas. I'm just trying to plan it out in my head and just to make sure it is feasible in 2025. It's nothing new, but I think given my unique twist and take on it, and it's always been something I've been intrigued about, so I'll definitely keep pursuing it and doing some more research, and who knows, you might see it coming to fruition over the next few months on the channel. And obviously, let me know in the comments what you want to see on the channel going forward, and let me know what you enjoy about the Collector's Quest channel, and just give me some thoughts on the kind of content you guys want to see, because like I said, it's as very much your channel as it is my channel, and without you guys then there is no channel. So let me know what you enjoy about the channel, what you don't enjoy about the channel, and let me know the kind of content and videos that you want to see going forward. I have got big plans for this overall room, the games room, so that'll be coming to the channel. Like I said, game hunting, car boot hunting, CX hunting, it's all going to be a big part of the channel as it is today, but I also want to incorporate video game discussions, maybe the odd review here and there. So again, let me know what you want to see going forward. And overall, I am really excited about the future of the Collector's Quest channel, and I'm just really excited to put the plans into motion of my overall goal with this channel. And I really love doing what we're doing right now, but I think we can be doing bigger, better things. You know, production values can be better. Like, this is why I've tried to change up the backdrop. I've tried to make it more interesting, try to, you know, just make it more varied, and just to try and keep challenging myself, because as you might have gathered from the first few videos, I'm not a natural on camera. This is all very awkward for me. Hopefully it's gotten better over time, and hopefully my speech and my delivery has gotten better over time, but I'm just trying to find out what works best for you guys, what I enjoy producing, and I'm just trying to find the right balance of keeping things fresh, varied, without pushing people away from what they come to the channel for, if that makes sense. And hopefully you guys are really excited and are looking forward to embarking on this next adventure for the channel, and hopefully looking forward to bigger and better things on the channel. And like I said plenty of times in this video, just a massive thank you for being amazing, and just for indulging me on this, you know, somewhat 20-minute video. Yeah, doing this video feels so cathartic and so spiritual, if that makes sense. I'm not religious, but just to get all of these thoughts out my head, off my chest, it's a big relief. So you can definitely send me that bill for this therapy session, because I've just been feeling very reflective as of late. I think as I approach 30, I'm 29 next month. My birthday is in less than a month, and I think when I approach a birthday, I get very reflective on just life as a whole. So thank you for giving me your time in this video. And I think sometimes in life you can be so wrapped up and absorbed by the grind and the hustle of everyday life that you can sometimes forget to look back on how far you've come as a person or as someone doing a hobby. You forget to reflect and to come up for breath and just to smell the roses and just to look back on how far you progressed. So yeah, thank you for hearing me out on this video, and just thank you for giving me your time. It is massively appreciated. And don't worry, next video, your regularly scheduled content will resume. Probably going to be a car boot hunting video. Got to pray to the car boot hunting gods that we find games, DVDs, Blu-rays, electronics, all that great stuff we can hopefully flip into CEX for those sweet vouchers. So hopefully you enjoy that video, and like I said, just a big thank you. And as always, good luck on your game hunts and collecting adventures. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll catch you in the next one.